want to call it. But I'll leave it. The Friday Wild Talk is things that you want to talk about, or I want to talk about rather, that I haven't had a chance to really address that kind of is on my mind. The hot topics. This is one of them, though. By the way, I'm perplexed right now. I'm actually considering getting another phone. I know my wife. All right. I'm kind of obsessed with this one, and I've been looking at it, and I was the with a Z Fold or whatever call it, a Gallery Z phone, Z Fold. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I like both phones, but the one that intrigued me is the Z Fold. Something about that is really nice, and I've been hearing a lot of good talk about it. It's just something about it that like I got to get it. So I'm looking at it through consumer cellular, and their service is fairly good, especially for the price they offer. But I may either sell for that or one of their newer phones, uh, the other newer phones like the Galaxy S24. But something about this particular phone I like because it's an extended service of their phone. In other words, you can do more than just be a phone. It's something that's might be a sort of a blessed curse, being blessed because you can do a lot with it, but a curse because you got to pay so much for it. Um, and it's one of the two reasons why I actually want to replace my iPhone. Actually, really, because of the type of phone it's a foldable phone. But the iPhone right now has cost me more than the phone itself. The phone itself, with the plan, is less than what I pay for the iPhone right now. I pay way too much for iPhone. I pay almost $200 for iPhone. Just the iPhone. The watch is paid for, but I'm actually kind of paying for the watch. That's another whole story. But it's just more money than I need to be investing in. If you know what I'm saying. So right now I'm in a bit of a quagmire, but not really. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Z phone, the Z Flip phone, and I'm gonna keep my iPhone because for now, because it's just costing me too much to try to, you know what I'm saying? It just don't make any sense. Maybe I could pay off my iPhone and get a lesser iPhone from another carrier, but then that means I have to try to carry my number over to that phone. And I may not even like that phone. But on the other hand, I love my iPhone, but I wish iPhone would get something revolutionary, and that's part of the problem. iPhones now they've been so complacent with the same stale design. Now they have good features on it, you know, software wise, but then again you have bugs on it. It's very buggy, but then again, there's nothing that stands out compared to the Samsung phones. At least Samsung they come up with different designs every other year or something like that, and they're nice. And their photos are nice and crisp. When you take pictures with Samsung, even when I had the earlier Samsungs, I had the earlier Galaxy 2, 3 models. Their pictures were nice and crisp, man. You know, and I really mean it. They were really phenomenal. It took really phenomenal, and they still do. Like I got the even though with the Motorola's on that's in on Android, the Motorola Razr I got right now, the new one, the 23. They got 24 out now. The pictures are so crisp. It's not even funny. I mean, it's crisp, you know, but it was Motorola. But I've had Samsungs that are just as nice too. I really have. Take really nice pictures. I'm not even fronting about it. They do. And they put that thing out there like that. Stupid. But anyway, they take very crisp pictures, folks. And they both do. Motorola's and Samsungs do. And I got Motorola now. That's why I got Razor. And I'm actually thinking about going ahead, maybe trading in, get me the Samsung flip phone. I wish they had it on Cricket, but Cricket service. I'm not. It's not a bad service, but logging in, trying to make modifications is a little wonky to me. I've never had that problem with consumer cellular. That's the reason why I think I'm going back to them. And I actually think I'm going to go ahead and make that change. I'm going to pull a lever and go ahead and get it, because like I said, that's a phone I've been looking at. They have two of the phones I've been looking at for. Oh man, what are you doing there? They have two of the phones I've been looking at for quite some time down here, and I think it behooves me to either get the new 24, which is a lot less than the one I really want, no dude, or uh, get the the Z Fold, which I think is a really nice phone. Okay, well, make up your mind for yourself. You said start and stop and start and stop. What are you doing? She stopped, and then I said, okay. I should have just told her what was going on. That was kind. I kind of did though. Anyway, so anyhow, I the Razor's nice phone. Don't get me wrong. I actually like it. They got some cool features on it. But for me, being a tech fanboy, I need to bring my Tech Bro channel back. I actually have a channel called Tech Bro. I'm gonna start back doing it. That's a channel I've been wanting to launch for a while. I want to do it on my DJ with my channel, but I may just keep them separate. I don't know. Yeah, it's too many channels to try and launch. I have two, but anyway, I uh I think for right now I'm gonna stick with what I got. Uh, as far as the iPhone, but I am gonna get rid of it. I'm going to actually probably get a lesser phone, maybe pay it off and just buy another iPhone, not a new one though, because like I said, right now it's costing me more than I need to be paying on it. I'll be because of what I understand, the last phone I had literally paid it off, and I'm still paying almost $200 a month as though the other one wasn't paid off, and I know it was, which is what I don't understand. You know, it boggles my mind. It really does. Um, I don't have to have another iPhone. Oh, that's the thing. And I started to go get one today. The nearest store is not that far from me, but I don't like that store. You know, I have a choice of three. Anyway, I think what I'm gonna do is get rid of my iPhone. I'm probably gonna wait till after this weekend, but after this weekend, it's a done deal. I can't. I'm paying way too much for it. Yeah, I'm paying more for it than I needed to. I've been doing it for a while because there's no way I should be paying almost $200 for no iPhone. That's why I said the iPhones are done. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in for the Galaxy 6 Flip, and I'm going to put in for the Z phone. Yes, sir. I'm going to get them both. Well, I like to get both, but I'm definitely going to get rid of my I'm definitely going to get rid of my iPhone because it's just too much money, man. Because there's no reason I should be paying no daggone the money I'm paying for right now. Shouldn't even be paying on it. It's ridiculous. And I thought about it. I said, why am I doing this, man? Now the only problem with that, if I pay off my iPhone, that means I'm going to make plans to switch the phone number out to a Samsung phone. But that's the thing. It's so much good stuff that I could do with the iPhone, but I don't want a new one. I actually might go back to the little small one I had. I had a smaller iPhone, which was the 12, and the battery life was not great. Talking about this battery, the battery life on here is decent for 14. I got 14 Pro Max, but it's just I don't know. They haven't done anything really innovative with iPhones. They haven't. And that's the thing. It's like if they had done more innovative stuff with iPhones, I could roll with it, but they just have not. And that's the thing. I'm a little disappointed because Steve Jobs, God rest his soul, man, was a visionary. I was a big fan of his work. I really was. You know, I love what he did to change the revolution. What he did for the phone industry and the tech industry in general was change the way people vision things and vision things for somewhat for the better. The things that I dreamed about as a little boy back in the late 60s or early 70s is finally to fruition after all these years. I didn't think you could order airline tickets and buy concert tickets on the phone. You could talk to your you could have your uh, dying father see his grandkids for one last time. That's a true story. I'm not making this up. I think you could do all that, man. I never in my wildest imagination could think of that, man. And I appreciate the fact that it took a Steve Jones. I mean, I'm sorry, that was my friend. God rest his soul. It took a Steve Jobs to be the visionary it was that enhanced people's lives. Let me tell you a story about that. This is why it's hard for me to give up the iPhone. And that was it is and it ain't. But he did lead advances to the uh, smartphones, which make smartphones what they are today. My dad had found out in 2018 he had contracted prostate cancer, but it got really bad and went through the rest of his body, unfortunately. And my sister and I went up there 5 years ago, and we know we couldn't get all the grandkids all at the same time, so we had gotten three of the six grandkids on the phone. Well, four. It was four of them, I think. Yeah, it was four. We got all four. We got four of the six grandkids on the phone, and all pretty much at the same time. My sister pulled her kids on. Got our kids to send their on because we all had iPhones, and we all was able to have them talk to their grandfather one last time. Within months before he passed away, man, and it was a beautiful thing, and I'll never forget that. That's why I defend a guy like Steve Jobs because people say, "Oh, he was this, he was that." I say, "You know what? He might have been this and that to you, but he was a freaking saint to me. Because if it had not been for Steve Jobs, I would have never been able to let we would have me and my sister, my late sister, would have never been able to let our kids give their grandfather the send off that he deserved before he passed away. I'm forever grateful for that. With tears about to be in my eyes thinking about that. You know, so it's hard for me to give up the iPhone. I've been an iPhone fanboy for almost 20 years, and it's hard to give it up. I just wish that Tim Cook, and I had no ills about Tim Cook because I think Tim Cook, despite the shortcomings of what is with this light, the inventions of the iPhone and some of his innovations that he has enabled in it, it's still not where it needed to be, folks. It's not. I could have sworn I sat there when the green light was coming here before. No, it ain't where it is. It's not where it needs to be, folks. It's not. This is ridiculous right here. It's like, but yeah, I just kind of feel like he hasn't taken it to the next level in terms of the phone itself. He hasn't. iPhone should be more advanced now than ever before, and I don't see it. That's the only thing. It's the same look. Now the bevel, it's not. They made it a little wider. I like that. It's all good. But the reality of it is, it's not next level like it should be in terms of the way these phones were invented or were intended, to be taken to the next level. Because I think if Steve Jobs had still been around, this phone will look a little different than it does now. It probably will be on a fold form, on a fold level, or like or a flip phone. You know, I would think it would be. That's the longest I've ever been in a street like that. That's ridiculous. But I must be stuck or something. But nevertheless, um, there was a rumor that they are actually going to. About Giants line took forever to make the change. Uh, this there's a rumor coming out, and I heard it. It's supposed to be a reliable rumor that they actually are working on a new iPhone. They said the new iPhone is going to be having the same features as the Z phone. So I'm like, I'll be a little over there. So we'll see. We'll see, guys, again.